Hey guys, OG Albine here, bringing you guys my APA Little Cup Wi-Fi Season 2 Semifinals game against our good buddy Diet Tire Jason and his new Britain Rockruffs. Jay is a really good friend of mine in this community, someone I've grown pretty close to. Really cool guy, really talented player as well. Despite not really knowing Little Cup too well, he has performed phenomenally this season. I believe he went 7-3 in the regular season, won his round 1 game obviously, and now we are playing him in the semifinals, which is cool because we actually didn't get to play him in regular season or anything like that. So I am very much looking forward to this game. But yeah, go check him out if for some reason you're here and you haven't checked out him, which I would really doubt, but definitely go check him out if you haven't done so already. But with that being said, introductions aside, let's jump right into matchup, a quick little 6 rundown of our 6 we're bringing, and then what he brought and all that stuff. So yeah, if you did forget, our team consists of Volibee, Meowth, Clamperl, Sandy Gaspa, Chop, Cleffa, Magnemite, Roggenrola, Smoochum, and Lotad, while our opponent's team consists of Ponyta, Dwebble, Chespin, Elgium, Squirtle, Lillipup, Riolu, Sandshrew, Minccino, and Spearow. And obviously Freezy-move, because this is Little Cup and all that stuff. That's, just the rules we use for Little Cup and all that stuff. But yeah, very threatening team on my opponent's end. Minccino was a ginormous threat. Ponyta is very annoying for us to deal with if we do let certain monsters on our team get chipped down. And the Dwebble. Dwebble is terrifying. If we let Dwebble get up a free Shell Smash and rocks her up or anything like that, if our Sandy Guest gets chipped, we are looking in a very tough spot, if I'm being completely honest. So we do have to make sure that we can keep, that thing at bay, at least keep up rocks on his end of the field so that he doesn't, get up a free Smash with Sturdy. We have a team that hits it pretty hard otherwise, so we should be okay in that respect. But quick little rundown of the team we're bringing. I'll put a Pokepicture in the description below, but I'm going to give a really brief general overview. We have a Fake Out Nasty Plot Dual Stabs Smoochum with Psychium Z. Psychium Z really does just kind of put a lot of hurt on his team, and +2 Ice Beam if you brought the LGM would have really dented that thing. They could definitely set up Nasty Plot on that thing. We have a Stealth Rock, Explosion, Rock Blast, Earthquake, Weak Armor, Roggenrola, with enough speed to outspeed the Ponyta once we get our Weak Armor boost. We have a Choice Scarf Magnemite with, I believe it's Dual Stabs, Volt Switch, Toxic? Question mark? I don't know, but I know we have Dual Stabs, Volt Switch for sure. So definitely that's a big part of the set there. We have a mixed Life Orb Meowth with Fake Out, Double Edge, Knockoff, and Water Pulse, which hits his team incredibly hard. It's a great win con in this game. If we can get up rocks, it honestly just kind of wins once we chip down the Squirtle and the Chespin, which is obviously really nice. Chespin can, take a bunch from Double Edge as well as Squirtle as well, so we do have to keep that in mind. We have a Weak Armor, Berry Juice, Roost, Defog, Knockoff, Brave Bird, Volibee, which is a good check to his physical offense, just being able to pivot in, get our health back up, and throw off big knockoffs and stuff like that. And then we have a pretty cool Sandy Gast, which is actually Dual Stabs, Iron Defense, and what was supposed to be Shore Up. So this is gonna, this is going to happen in the battle, and you're going to see why this actually ends up being a pretty big deal. Originally, Roggenrola was the 6th member on my team. I didn't have a 6th member. I was kind of struggling on finding it. And originally, I had Stealth Rock on Sandy Gas, but then once I put Roggenrola on the team, I said that could be my rocker, and I could take rocks off of Sandy Gas and put Iron Defense on, because it's obviously, a really cool way to potentially beat down that Dwebble and make it to where it can't just boost past us and stuff like that. Obviously, really nice. But unfortunately, when I was putting on the moves, I completely forgot to take off Stealth Rock, which I originally had. So we are Iron Defense, Stealth Rock, Dual Stabs, which is not the most optimal moveset. It would have been phenomenal in this matchup if we would have the Shore Up. It honestly just kind of walled everything not named Squirtle. Yeah, walled everything not named Squirtle, and if we got rid of Chespin, it would have been obviously great too, because we can't hit it with Shadow Ball because it's bulletproof. But everything else really doesn't appreciate that Sandy Gas set. Unfortunately, we will just have to play around it, though. I didn't realize it until later in the game, so it's not like I went into this game knowing this and, being on tilt and stuff like that. Honestly, didn't know until later in the game when Sandy Gas was on my screen, but we'll see that in a second. Initially, I'm going to lead off with my Smoochum. I can break any sashes, and Psychium Z is a really big nuke on his team. If I can get a Nasty Plot up on something like the Squirtle, that would be obviously really nice. It's probably the only one I could ever Nasty Plot up on, but other than that, I can kind of throw off a Fake Out into a Psychium Z and just put a bunch of hurt on our opponent's team. So yeah, that's what we're going to end up doing, as he is going to end up, picking his lead and all that stuff. I probably shouldn't say what he picked before the battle starts. I mean, obviously you can see because of the preview and stuff like that, but we're going to be challenged by Die. We're going to throw out our Smoochum, which is Wham, and he is going to send out his Minccino, which is really unfortunate because this thing puts in hurt on my team, especially because of this Forewarn, we're going to be alerted that he has Aqua Tail, which means our Roggenrola plus our Sandy Gas isn't the greatest check in the world at this point anymore. Because we're going to flinch him with a Fake Out, just in case he was a Sash lead or something like that. I'm going to switch out this turn, though, because Smoochum still is very, very good in this game, like I said. The Fake Out can obviously be great. I'm going to go out into Magnemite. He's going to go for a knockoff, which is a fair play on his end. I was trying to catch a Tail Slap or the Aqua Tail or something like that. So unfortunately, he's going to be able to go for a Tail Slap the turn after. And you're going to see, because of Skill Wing being such a good ability in Little Cup, he is going to unfortunately be able to knock us out. So down goes Magnemite, not the most important member on the team. I'm not tripping too much about it being gone. I think we can win the game without it pretty easily. And right here, I'm going to go out and do my Roggenrola, as he is going to stay in, go for the knockoff, expecting me to potentially be Berry Juice. And they do get my weak armor boost, actually, and get up to +2 speed. As I believe this turn, I get off my rocks. It would have been great going for a rock blast there, because we would have gotten a ginormous chunk off on this thing, but nonetheless, it's all good. Doesn't matter too much. We can do a lot of hurt to this thing with another rock blast right here. As you're going to see, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, and if we get 4 hits, we can knock it out. Unfortunately, we are not going to get so, as he is going to go for an Aqua Tail, and that is going to be able to take out our Roggenrola, because we did lose our Eviolite. We did lose our, and we did get a -1 defense because of our weak armor boost. Unfortunate, but we got up a bunch of damage, and we got up our rocks, which is really, really great. And right here, I can go out into my Smoochum. I can throw off a pretty free Fake Out. It should knock this thing out. I believe he's at 1 HP, and if he switches out, he's in range of rocks again. So it's just a matter of him being able to spin our rocks away, which would be really, really unfortunate, but not the biggest deal in the world. And right here, he's going to go on the Squirtle. Rocks plus Fake Out. This is another thing why Fake Out was another really good potential play. Not really good play. I'm not like, patting something like, but like it was probably my play, because Rocks plus Fake Out, depending on his set, if he's just the same set in the calc, we actually knocked him out with a Psyche MZ after this. So that's exactly what we are going to go for. We're going to pop our Z because it's a really good opportunity to do so, and if we can stop him from spinning, that is great. However, if he does spin, we do have rocks on our Sandy Gas, which is a blessing in disguise, I guess, because it does suck we don't have Shore Up, but we do have another way of getting up rocks and breaking the Sturdy on that 12, which is great. So right here, we're going to throw off the Psyche MZ, get a bunch of damage off, hopefully knocking him out. Unfortunately, him living on 1 is what's going to happen here, but he does go for a Scald, so he's not able to get away the rocks this turn. He's going to be able to get a crit. I talked to him after the game. He had a lot more HP investment than the standard calc set, so he was able to live that hit on 1 on a 50-50 roll, which is, pretty even both ways. So right here, he's going to be able to pick us off with an Aqua Jet due to the crit Scald, which is, again, not very good. And we're going to be down 3-6 really, really early on. However, we're going to be able to go for a Fake Out with our Meowth and be able to take out the Squirtle. So down 5-3 at this point. Game is still potentially winnable with our Meowth if we can get rid of this Chespin right here, and we still do have our Volibee to pivot into this pretty easily. Nothing he can do can actually knock us out, as right here you're going to see he's going to make a great play. He's going to go for the Rock Slide, catching me on the switch, and be able to do a bunch of damage. However, it's going to knock us right into our Berry Juice range. We're going to go down pretty low, get our weak armor boost, and get right back up our health right here, which is going to be great, as we're going to go right back up to full. We're going to be at full. We actually live the Rock Slide from this range as well, once we're up at full, because we're only at -1 defense. So we should be completely fine no matter what he wants to go for, even after this Brave Bird. If he wasn't max defense, and just like if he was Spadef, we actually knocked him out with this Brave Bird after the Rock Ship. But unfortunately, we are not going to be able to do so. However, after the Rock Ship, we should be completely fine. We still should live said Rock Slide, as he is going to go for so. We are going to live on 1. I believe he got like a really high roll in there too, because I know we for sure lived that hit. But yeah, he's going to be able to get up his, he's going to be able to get off 1 more hit, as I do go for just 1 more knockoff. No reason to go down to recoil if I don't have to. I can get off a knockoff, a Brave Bird, on whatever wants to come in potentially. As down goes the Chespin, and our Meowth is actually looking phenomenal in this endgame. So right here, he's going to go into the Sandshrew. This is completely fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a knockoff. Unfortunately, he reveals to have the spin, so maybe a Squirtle didn't have it. Maybe he brought double spin, which would have definitely been a viable option, because of the fact that, his Dwebble was so good versus me if it kept it sturdy. So down goes my my Volibee, which is really unfortunate. However, I can go right into Sandy Gas, and this is also when I realized that I do not have Shore Up. But I'm going to be able to go for the Stealth Rock right here, and he's not going to be able to spin on me, obviously due to me being a ghost type, and I'm going to be able to get my rocks again, which is great, because as long as he as long as I have this, he won't be able to spin on me, which is honestly the biggest thing we want. Is I'm going to be able to just stay in, kind of just essentially sack off my Sandy Gas, trying to knock out this thing, and get in my Meowth, because Meowth, provided it wins a speed tie, versus the Ponyta, we will win the game with our Meowth at this point. As we do go for the Earth Power, unfortunately, we don't knock him out. Right here, he's going to go for a Stealth Rock. This is a fair play. What he's trying to do right now is he's trying to get in his Dwebble on my Sandygast because I potentially cannot knock him out with that thing. Or what he can do is he can start pivoting out, take Rock's Chip again, and then get back up to full due to his Berry Juice, and then get up the Shell Smash, or then get off a big hit or something like that. As right here, this is what I'm wishing I had Shore Up, because I'd be able to shore up against this thing, set up some Iron defenses. But I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock again, not allowing the, Dwebble to come in, for free against me or anything like that. I want him to knock me out, because if he knocked me out, then I 100% dropped to whatever he wanted to go for. As unfortunately, he's going to go into the Dwebble right here, which is unfortunate. However, here's a roll in my favor to knock him out with the Earth Power, I believe, if he does elect to stay in. Unfortunately, he's going to make a smart play. He's going to pivot out into the Minccino, which is unfortunate. We're going to be able to get the Rocks kill there, which is, nice. The Minccino's gone, but again, it was gone no matter what, because he could never really spin with the Sandshrew. Down it goes, 3-2 game right here, as he's going to go back out into the Dwebble right here. And he's not going to get his Berry Juice due to his odd HP number. He's at 21 HP with Dwebble, as you're supposed to be. And right here, I'm going to pull the switch out into my Meowth, because I do not want to allow him to get back up to full due to his Berry Juice, taking one more turn of Chip, as he is going to go out into the Sandshrew and take a little bit more Rock Chip. Unfortunately, not dying to the Rocks, and that is huge. That's actually, ginormous that he did not die to the Rocks and all that stuff right there, because that's going to make it to where he can go back out into his Dwebble the turn after and get his Sturdy back. If he would have dropped right there, it potentially would have been something we could have done, because if he wanted Dwebble, we could have faked out and potentially broke a Sturdy. But I did talk to him after the game. He did have Protect on his Dwebble to preserve his Sturdy versus Meowth, which is a very smart bring, because he didn't need much other than Rock Blast and Knock Off in this matchup, to be completely honest. It did force me to get some more chip on some things, but we're going to go for a Water Pulse here. If we get a Confusion, things are looking potentially really good, as right here, he's going to get brought down to Sturdy. He is going to be able to go for a Rock Blast, and he's going to knock out our Meowth. Smart play on his end, not going for the Shell Smash. If we had Feint, would have been able to knock him out the next turn. So unfortunately, down goes Meowth, and that's going to leave us just with a 2 HP, Sandygast right here. 5 HP. I call it 4, because Rocks. But yeah, unfortunately, I think the end of this game, we are unfortunately going to drop to the Dwebble, going for knockoff on our Sandygast. And we're going to lose the game 3-0 to die here in semifinals. Great game to him. He played the game phenomenally. He played great with his Dwebble. He knew how to position it correctly in order to get in a position to win in the end game. Early game, we were very, very far behind, but I am definitely proud with how we played that mid game to bring ourselves back into it. Meowth was this close to being able to win that game. Unfortunately, it just couldn't pull it out. Having the shore up would have been really nice, because I think that our Sandygast just won the game for your Iron Defense shore up at that point. But that's my bad. I totally forgot to change it, and it's something you learn from, and hopefully we bounce back from in the next season. But yeah, that is going to be the end of our Little Cup run. We did make it farther than we did last season. 8-2 record on the regular season. Make it to semifinals. You can't complain too much. It was a blast. I love playing Little Cup. I have an absolute blast running this league and playing with all the coaches and stuff like that. And next season will be upload required, so we'll have a lot more Little Cup content on the channel, and a lot more other people uploading Little Cup content, which will be fun. I really hope the league kind of takes off a little bit and gets a little bit more recognition in that way. But with that being said, again, GG Sadai, good luck to him in finals. Hopefully he does well there. And yeah, with that being said, I think I'm gonna head out. This was our last game. Oh, I forgot to mention, this was our last Jurassic League game of Gen 7 that's going to be going up on the channel. Gen 7 was a wild ride. I'm really excited for Gen 8 though, so we'll see what that brings, and hopefully we can take home championships and do well in Gen 8. But yeah, again, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Later.